Welcome to this explainer of Module 3. Look, if you're working with clinical trial data, you already know the sheer volume of information can be, well, completely overwhelming. But here's the secret. You really don't need 100 different tools to make sense of it all. Today, we're demystifying the essential SAS procedures that get used every single day. We're going to break down the workflow so you can inspect, view, order, summarize, and output your data with total confidence. Let's dive in. All right, here's our roadmap. We'll start by meeting the essential PROCs, then cover exactly how to view and order data. After that, we'll tackle categorical counts, summarize continuous numbers, and finally, tie the whole shebang together into a complete reporting workflow. Section 1. Meet the essential PROCs, also known as the Big Four. Now, you might be thinking you have to learn 4 entirely different coding languages for these tools. No way. There's actually a shared DNA across all of them. You only need to learn one basic syntax pattern. All of these procedures use data equals to name the input dataset and a where statement to filter rows. Most use a by statement to separate output per group, and tools like print and means share the var statement to choose your specific analysis variables. Literally learn this pattern once, and you instantly know how to drive all 4 tools. It's a total game changer. So, how do we know which tool to pull from our toolkit? Well, let's build a quick mental decision tree, starting with the most basic question about handling raw data. Do you just need to see the rows exactly as they are, or do you need them ordered and organized first? That question points us straight to our 2 view and order tools. If your answer is, I just want to see the rows, you use PROC PRINT. It simply lists out the observations. But if you answer, no, I need this data ordered logically, or actually scratch that, I need to remove duplicates, you turn to PROC SORT. You see, SORT doesn't just make data pretty, it's often a mandatory preparation step before you can run further grouping and analysis. Okay, once your data is ordered, you usually need to summarize it. The crucial distinction here comes down to one simple question. Are you counting categories, or are you summarizing a continuous number? There is a strict, hard divide between our 2 analytical heavyweights here. If you're looking at categorical variables, things like treatment arms, gender, or adverse event severity, you use PROC FREQ to generate counts and percentages. But if you're looking at continuous numeric variables, like a patient's age in years or their exact lab values, you use PROC MEANS to generate statistics like the mean, standard deviation, and range. Just keep that separation crystal clear in your mind. FREQ is for categories, MEANS is for numbers. Let's move on to Section 2, View and Order Data using Print and Sort. We all know a raw data set can look like a giant, intimidating wall of text. So before diving in, it's a best practice to run PROC Contents just to inspect your dataset's structure and variable names. Once you know exactly what you're working with, you can transform that raw data into a beautifully focused clinical safety listing using just a few simple options in PROC Print. Adding the label option swaps out those cryptic database names for friendly column headings. No Booze hides that distracting automatic row number column. The var statement is absolutely incredibly powerful because it dictates exactly which columns appear and in what exact order, which is essential when you have a strict listing layout to follow. Throw in a where statement to filter for something specific, like only serious adverse events, and suddenly you have a perfect targeted report. Now, before we do any advanced math, we almost always need to clean the data with PROC SORT. The absolutely crucial point here is understanding how to remove duplicates. And there is a massive difference between NODUP_KEY and NODUP_REX. NODUP_KEY only compares the variables listed in your by statement. It keeps the first row for each unique key combination and just throws away the rest. This is exactly how we isolate one record per subject. NODUP_REX, on the other hand, compares all variables and only removes rows that are 100% identical across every single column. All right, Section 3, Categorical Counts using PROC FREQ. It is literally so simple to upgrade your analysis in PROC FREQ. The table statement tells SAS exactly what to count. If you write tables arm with just a space, you get a simple one-way tally of subjects in each treatment arm. But if you want to see adverse event severity broken down by treatment arm, you simply swap that space for an asterisk. Tables AE7 asterisk arm. That single little asterisk brilliantly transforms a basic list into a powerful 2-way cross-tabulation grid with severity as the rows and treatment arms as the columns. Okay, I want to hit pause here for a second and highlight a classic, and I mean classic, reporting trap in clinical programming. Always know whether you are counting subjects or events. If you run PROC FREQ directly on an adverse events dataset, you are counting events. Because if one subject had 5 headaches, they're going to be counted 5 times. If your clinical table asks for the number of subjects who had a headache, you absolutely must use PROC SORT with no dub key first to get down to 1 row per subject, and only then run PROC FREQ. Let's do a quick knowledge check to really lock in that decision tree we built earlier. Imagine you're working on a demographics table, and you need the total count of subjects in each treatment arm. Which PROC do you pull out of your toolkit? Did you guess it? The answer is PROC FREQ. Remember, treatment arm is a categorical variable. It's basically a bucket you put people in, like placebo or drug 10 milligrams. Whenever you need counts and percentages of a category, all roads point straight to PROC FREQ. Let's pivot to Section 4. Summarizing numbers using PROC MEANS. PROC MEANS is an incredibly robust statistical engine. If you just feed it a numeric variable, by default, it's going to hand you the n, the mean, the standard deviation, the minimum, and the maximum. But, as we know, clinical data isn't always perfectly distributed. If you're looking at lab data that is heavily skewed or has wild outliers, the mean isn't always telling the best story. You can easily request specific, outlier-resistant metrics just by adding keywords like median, Q1, and Q3 directly to your PROC MEANS statement. When we need statistics for specific groups, say mean heart rate by visit, you've basically got 2 choices, BY or class. The BY statement separates the output into entirely different sections for each group, but it absolutely requires you to pre-sort the data with PROC SORT first. The class statement, though, is usually the preferred magic trick here. Class groups the statistics into one compact, highly readable table, and best of all, it requires 0 pre-sorting. Time for another quick knowledge check to make sure that highly technical distinction really makes sense. You need the mean lab value at each visit, and you want to do it in one step, without pre-sorting your dataset. Which statement do you use? You use class visit. Class is literally the ultimate time saver for generating summary stats because it dynamically groups the output by each level of the variable on the fly. If you try to use by visit without sorting first, SAS would immediately throw a data not sorted error right in your log. And finally, Section 5, the complete reporting workflow, putting it all together. In a real clinical programming environment, these procedures actually chain naturally into a seamless 5-step pipeline. Step 1, you run PROC SORT to logically order your data or deduplicate it down to the subject level. Step 2, you use PROC FREQ to count your categorical variables. Step 3, you use PROC MEANS to summarize your continuous numbers. Step 4, you use PROC PRINT to visually inspect the results and make sure they actually make clinical sense. And Step 5, you use options like out equals or output to save those statistics into a brand new dataset and wrap the whole process in basic ODS reporting options so the output can be routed into a final, formally formatted report. When you actually apply those exact steps to the Orion 3 study, this is the result. By running a PROC FREQ with that awesome asterisk cross-tabulation we talked about earlier, you get this clean, professional output. You can instantly see the adverse event severity, mild, moderate, severe, distributed perfectly across the placebo, 10 milligram, and 20 milligram treatment arms. This is the exact kind of actionable data that medical writers and statisticians need every single day. So you now have the fundamental vocabulary to view, order, count, and summarize massive amounts of clinical data using just 4 essential tools. You can handle almost any single data set thrown your way. But in the real world of clinical trials, your demographic data is in one file, and your adverse events are in a completely different one. So I'll leave you with this provocative thought. How do we actually combine these insights across entirely different data sets to build the ultimate safety profile? That's a fascinating challenge, and we'll tackle merging datasets in our next explainer. Thanks for joining me, and keep exploring your data.